everyone. As we are finished with the aggregate function in which we used to do operations on group of values together, now we'll start with the group by clause and having clause. First we'll be doing the group by clause. In group by clause, we group the data. So let us see how this group by clause functions. So we'll be taking this shoes table into reference. These are the various attribute of the shoes table. So we'll be taking these into this table into reference. So type, cost, these are the few quantity, margin, size. These are the few columns which we'll be taking into reference. Now, if we have a problem something like this, that we want to find the total cost of each type of shoes, like if we have type and cost with us and we want to find the total cost of each type of shoes, like school shoes, total cost, that means these 6 values should be summed up. Then office shoes, then these 3 values should be summed up, and then sport shoes, and these 4 values should be summed up separately. So school shoes total cost this, office shoes total cost this, sports shoes total cost this, something like this if we want to do. So till now what we have done is we will write this query. First, select sum cost from shoes where type is equal to school. What will happen? The school shoes will be filtered out of the whole table. The school shoes will be filtered and cost will be summed up, and output will be something like this, total cost. It will give you the total cost of school shoes. And if we want to calculate the total cost of office shoes, so this is the query you will write. Select sum cost from shoes where type is equal to office. So it will filter the office shoes and find the sum and give you the output like this. And same is the case of sports shoes. So these are the 3 separate queries that we'll have to write, and we can't even get the output together, like school sum is this, then office sum is this, then sports sum is this. So this is a quite cumbersome job to do, that we are writing 3 queries separately and giving the output. So there should be a way in which we can group the data as per this type column and then find the result. So this is the way where group by clause come into picture. Group by clause simplify the problem like this. With just one statement you use the group by clause. So what happens with group by clause? It will simplify the problem which I have just mentioned. Simplify the problem like this. It will group the data with respect to particular column. Whichever column we'll be using to group the data, and then it will execute the group functions separately on each and every group. I hope it is clear. So it is used to simplify the problems like this. You use group by clause to divide the rows in the table into smaller group, and that will be with respect to particular column. That will be with respect to particular column in the table, and generally that column will be some column in which there are duplicate values, like type, size. If you talk about student table, in student table stream, because n number of students will have same stream, then only we can form a group. If we have admission number, what is the fun of grouping as per admission number if all the students are having different admission number? So generally this column will have duplicate values in it, duplicate or repeated values. Whenever we apply a group by clause on a particular column, it will have duplicate or repeated values in it. So it will divide the data in the table as per this column into smaller groups. then you can use the group function. Now what will happen after grouping the data? These group function will be used to return summary information for each group separately. So this, after grouping the data with respect to a particular column, what will you do? You will apply the MySQL will apply the group function on each group separately. When you use group by clause for a table or with where clause, it will apply on that filtered or selected rows. But in this, it will automatically group the data and apply the group by function on each group separately and give you the output. The syntax of group by goes something like this. Select, here group function will come and column, and this column which will be there, this will be more, this syntax will be more clear when we'll be using it in further examples, but let's have an introduction of this. Then from here table name will come, and where, if you want to use where, that will always come before group by clause. Then group by, and here the column will come according to which you want to group the data, and order by, if you want to use, that will come after group by. So where is always before group by and order by is always after group by. So let us see one example. Finding total cost of each type of shoes using group by, using single query. Now this is the catch here. Previously, in the same example we have done, in which we have not used the group by clause. Now we'll be using the group by clause, and in a single query we'll be finding the total cost of each type of shoes. Office shoes, school shoes. So what are the different types of school shoes which are existing in the, so what query we are going to write? Select sum cost from shoes. Here comes the group by clause. Group by, now because each type of shoes is there, so what we have written? Group by type, because we want to group the data as per type. There may be a requirement that total cost of each size of shoes, then we'll group according to size. It depends upon the requirement. Average cost of each type of shoes, then we'll change this function. So it depends upon the query what we want. So this column name will change as per the requirement. So select sum cost from shoes, group by type. Now see what is happening. So this is the effect of the query. It will group the data in one go as per type. All the school type of shoes will be grouped together, office will be grouped together, then sports will be grouped together, and then this group function will be applied to each group separately. So let us see what will be the output. It will give the output something like this: sum cost together. So this output, all the three groups, if we had 4 types of shoes, there will be 4 total costs. If we have 5 total costs, because there will be 5 groups formed. If we had 2-3 more types of shoes, then 2-3 more output will be there, because 5 groups will be formed. Now till now we had, if we write the query select count distinct type, it will give you the output 3. In this case, if you had more than these 3 values, it will give you output 4, 5 or something. According to that, count distinct type or something, whatever integer value you are getting, those number of groups will be formed, because it will count the distinct values. I hope it is clear. So in this way the output is coming to you. So but in this output it is not clear, it is not at all clear that this sum is for which type of shoes, this sum is for which type of shoes, and this sum is for which type of shoes. It is not clear. With this query, it is not clear that which cost belongs to which type. So we'll modify this query further. Let us see how to modify this query. Now let us see how to modify this query. Usually we want to include the group by clause. So as per which column you are grouping. So group by column in the select list. We usually include group by column, like group by type you have done in the previous example. So we will include that in the select list. Wherever we write select sum cost, there we will write that column according to which we are grouping the data. Then the output will be more clear. You will be able to know which total cost is for which type of shoes. Let us see. So what we are doing here, select type sum cost. So it is grouping the data as per type. So what we have done, we have included type in the select list. Type is group by type. So we have included the type in the select list. So see how it makes the difference to the output. So if you can see, it is very much clear that total cost of office type of shoes is this, school type of shoes is this, and sports type of shoes is this. So it has segregated our data as per a particular type of shoes, and there was a drawback in the previous example. So we have rectified it by writing or including the group by column in the select list, and it has made our output more clear. I hope this is clear to you. Now let us do 2-3 more examples. So in the first example, find the minimum, maximum and total cost of each type of shoes. Now previously we have done just the total cost. Now what we are going to do here is we are going to find the minimum, maximum and minimum cost, maximum cost and the total cost. So out of this, what school shoes are having minimum cost this and maximum cost this. Office shoes are having minimum this, maximum this. Sports shoes are having minimum this and maximum this. So within the same query we are finding these three things in each group separately. We are executing 3 group function on different groups. 3 groups are available in type, so we are doing it on 3 groups separately. So let us see how to write the query. So what we are writing, select type. This function, this because each type of shoes, so we have included type in the select because we are grouping as per type, so we have included type in the select. Then minimum cost, max cost, sum cost. So we have applied 3 group functions together along with the type. From shoes, group by type. So this will be the output which will be coming. So heading are the same which are appearing here, max cost, sum cost. So office shoes have minimum this, maximum this, and this is the sum cost. School shoes, minimum, maximum, sum. Sports shoes, minimum, maximum, sum. I hope this query is clear to you. Select type. This type we have included because this is a group by column according to which we are grouping, so that we are able to know that this minimum, maximum cost and total cost is of office shoes, this is of school shoes, this is of sports shoes. Otherwise, if we don't write this type, this will not be clear to you. I hope up till here it is clear to you, this example. Now let us do one more example. In the next example, to find the total quantity of each size of shoes. Now here is a catch, each size. Now here it is not type, here it is size. That means we'll be grouping the data as per size. What is the group by column in this? Size. So we'll be grouping the data as per size. When we group the data as per size, there are 4 groups which are formed. If you write select count distinct size from shoes, it will give you 4. There are 4 distinct sizes which are available. Count distinct size. So 4 groups will be formed in this case when we are grouping according to size. Then it will find the total quantity. We are referring to quantity column because we have to find the total quantity here. And now see, this query is applied. Select size. This is the group column now, size, as it is written in group by size. Some quantity. Here the column has changed, some quantity, because we needed the total quantity. From shoes, group by size. So we are grouping the data as per size now, not type. So the output will come something like this. Here, as I told you, depending upon the distinct values in a particular column, number of groups will be formed. First group is of size 6, second is of size 7, then size 8, then size 9, and then it has counted the total quantity, and it has simply ignored this null values. It has simply ignored these null values. Otherwise, in this, the output would have been null, because null plus 200 null, null plus this null, null plus this null, so it would have been null. So it has simply ignored the null value and then given you the output. I hope these examples are clear to you.
Let us practice these queries in MySQL. We are referring to the table shoes, in which there are duplicated or repeated values in column name, type, size. We can group our data as per name also, type also, size also. There is no way we can group according to code because it is of no use. There are no repeated values in this. It is better that we use these 3 columns to group. Let us find out the average margin of each size of shoes. Average margin of each size of shoes. So here we have to group as per size. Select. So according to whichever column we are grouping, we must select that also. Select size, comma, average margin from shoes by size. According to size we are grouping, and we have selected size so that the size is mentioned here. This is the average margin which is coming calculating. So each group, size 6 average margin is this, size 7 average margin. So in this way it has calculated the values as per a particular group. Now as names also have repeated value, we'll group data as name so that total cost and average cost of shoes of each name should come to us. Let's do it like this. Total and average cost of each name of the shoe we have to find. So select sum cost, average cost from shoes, group by name. So as I have deliberately not selected the name column here according to which we are grouping, so this is a weird output coming. We are not able to know that this sum cost is for what. There is no, whenever there is no heading, no reference, so how can we relate it to anything? So it is always better to use the column as per you are grouping the data here. I hope it is clear. So Galaxy shoes sum and average cost is this. Shoes sum and average cost is this. And similarly it has given the appropriate output now. Let us see number of shoes of each type. Shoes, school shoes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 we have. Office 3. Sports 1, 2, 3, 4. Number of shoes of each type. For counting the number of shoes, we always use count in each type, so we are grouping the data as per type. Count star from shoes by type. So office 3, school 6, sports 4. Similarly, number of shoes, each size or name, let us see size. So we'll group the data as per size. So size 6 3, size 7 4, size 8 4, size 9 2. Let us refer to some other table. I have a orders table here. So which column do you see duplicate values? In cust code. So customer C001, C001 has put 2 orders with quantity this and this. So I want to know total quantity of orders placed by each customer. Placed by each customer. Total quantity of order placed by each customer. So the table under so we have to group as per cust code. So select cust code, comma, some order quantity is the name of the column. Order quantity from orders. By cust code. So total quantity order by C001 is 1025. If you see this C001 111, if you add these 4 values, then it comes out to be this. C002, it has picked up this and added these order values. It comes out to be this. And in the same way C003, C004, 5. So it has grouped the data as per customer code. Then it has applied the sum function on each group separately, and we come with this output. Now let us see number of orders placed by each customer, like 001 2 3 4. It will group the data as per customer code and then count. So select cust code, comma, count star from shoes from orders. The table under references, orders, group by cust code. Now we have to know that C001 has 4 orders, C002 3, C003 1 1 1 1. Like this we have the orders in front of us. Hope you have understanding of all the clause now. Clause